Welcome to the Solid Sports video blog, the SSVB. This is episode 85, and today's date is December 19th, 2018. Thank you so much for joining me. December 19th, I apologize for that. 2019, I'm Troy Westhead. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a special edition of the Solid Sports video blog. Of course, I lost track that there's no more NFL Thursday games, so I didn't say that I wasn't coming on this week, so I came up with a perfect solution. Just take a look at the playoff picture with 2 weeks to go in the NFL. Week 16 coming up, and Week 17 follows that. As we look at the playoff picture and potential scenarios in the playoffs, and I also do my normal weekly power rankings for this blog. Like I said, no Thursday night games, so it's not a preview of any games. I had my app here on my phone. I could look at the standings right now. Another crazy week in the NFL. A couple of teams been struggling a little bit. Some of the teams at the top, like the Chiefs and the Rams, who started off hot, they both been struggling over the last couple of weeks. And some teams coming on, like the Chargers and the Chicago Bears, been coming on strong. The Indianapolis Colts, you name a few other teams. Seattle Seahawks have been playing very well as well. So I'm going to just talk about the playoff picture as it's currently constructed, and then I'll give you my power rankings and tell you what's to come right here on the channel. Let's start at the AFC. Right now, if the playoffs begin today, the 2 bye teams will be Kansas City, first seed at 11-3, still the best team in the AFC for its record. They're tied with the Chargers, who are number 5, but both of those teams already clinched playoff berths. So either they're going to win the division, or they'll be the 5th seed, most likely. Well, at least that's what it is. It's not most likely that's the outcome. So still 2 weeks to determine that. Chargers just beat the Chiefs this week. But the Chiefs still own the tiebreaker, so that's why they're the 1st seed. But Chargers have a chance for that, or drop all the way down to 5th. So that'll kind of be a bummer there. 2nd seed right now is the Houston Texans. They coming off a win. Patriots is the 3rd seed. They struggling a little bit. They coming off another loss. And the Steelers, who beat the Patriots at 8-5-1, though, are the 4th seed. We already mentioned the Chargers are 5th. The 6th seed are the Baltimore Ravens right now, but they are tied with 2 other teams, the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans, both at all of them at 8-6. Miami still an outside shot, so do the Cleveland Browns, which need some help, and some long shots, I think, as well as Denver and Cincinnati will need a lot of help if they're going to still make it in. Everybody else are officially eliminated in the AFC. We go to the NFC. I'm about to say the New Orleans Hornets. I got the Hornets on my mind, but a lot of talk about Anthony Davis. We'll talk about that on Saturday, but on normal blog. But the Saints, 12-2, has the best record in football. Even though they haven't played real well either, but they coming off a win on Monday night against the Carolina Panthers. They the 1 seed, and have already clinched a playoff berth. Well, actually already clinched the division. So have the LA Rams, who are coming off a loss at 11-3. Bears also clinched their division at 10-4, are the 3rd seed. So right now the Saints in line for pretty much, if they win this week or Rams lost, they will get the number 1 seed because they own the tiebreaker against the Rams. They beat them this year, and the Bears also beat the Rams. So if they able to get in the tie, get their records tied with them, they could probably get a 1st round bye. But right now the 2 byes will go to the Saints and the Rams. Bears will be right there at 3. Dallas right now holding on to the NFC East at 8-6. And 5th seed would be the Seattle Seahawks at 8-6. And they got a really good shot at making the playoffs. Minnesota 7-6-1, so that tie right now is a benefit because the Sixers. I'm talking about basketball. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins are both 7-7, which is right there, but they both could also still win the division. With Dallas need help. They play each other the final week of the season, so one scenario I heard, if both Philadelphia and Washington win this week and Dallas loses, the game they play could be for the NFC East in the final week of the season. Panthers 6-8. I think they pretty much holding on to their life. Green Bay is eliminated, which is right there at 5-8-1. Panthers have lost 6 straight, including the loss to the Saints Monday night. So they need some help. Probably got to win out and have some teams lose. Everybody else is eliminated officially. So that's how the playoff picture look right now. To me, no real predictions. I think if I look at this again, I apologize. I think it's really going to be big who gets that 1 seed. Will the Chargers catch the Chiefs, or the Chiefs hold on to it? I think the winner of this, that get the 1 seed, probably will make it to the Super Bowl. But like I said, just to determine who will make the playoffs, I think the AFC might hold serve. I don't know. I think the Ravens can still catch the Steelers, but it's going to be tough though. Ravens played the Chargers this week. They was able to hang with the Chiefs, but can they hang with the Chargers? That's going to be a tough game. I think they finish up with the Browns. No, the Steelers got the Saints, so Steelers got a little bit of tougher schedule. They have the Saints, and then they end the year with Cincinnati. So outside shot for the Ravens. Both teams got tough games this week, so we'll see. The Colts, the Titans are right there though. I think the Titans got a real easy schedule. Don't know who the Colts schedule is, but it's gonna be very interesting to see down the stretch. But I think Houston and New England gonna still win their divisions. It's just gonna be determined who gets that bye. That's gonna be a big factor. We go back to the NFC. I still think the Saints and the the Rams are the 2 best teams. Bears have struggled so far. The Rams have struggled of late. And that's going to, I think the 1 seed is going to be a big factor here as well. If the Saints get the 1 seed, it's almost, you might as well make a guarantee for them to make the Super Bowl. They're a different team at home than they is on the road. Rams, I think, can go on the road and win, but the way they've been struggling of late, you have less faith in them. Bears, a dangerous team with their defense. So is Dallas, even though Dallas pretty much laid the egg this weekend. Seattle is a team, to me, that can be one of those wildcard teams that can make that run, and whoever loses that division in the West and the AFC will be a strong wildcard team as well. But Seattle is a team to look out for, and the NFC who could disrupt some things. Well, I guess honestly, I think this is going to hold serve. I don't know Minnesota's schedule, but I think it's still a slight chance Philadelphia and Dallas can make it. I pretty much eliminated the Redskins, even though they won this week. I think Carolina's too far behind. Green Bay is eliminated officially, but I think the Panthers they're just not in sync right now. I don't see them winning any games. I don't know who they play, but they just haven't played well. But it's going to be interesting to see these last 2. I think everything is going to come down to the last 2 weeks. So I think that will be a lot of teams just throwing games away. The Saints could, if they win this week, they can rest in week 17, then get the bye. So other than that, I don't see the other teams will have something to play for the rest of the season. So so that's the playoff picture for now. Like I said, I apologize. I forgot that it wasn't no more Thursday night game. Actually, I didn't know. I know it's usually the final week for sure. It's just Sunday games, no Monday night game either. But this week is 2 Saturday games, and just like it was last week. Then Sunday we got games, and then I think it's a Monday night game, which will be the final one of the year for Monday night. And then next Sunday after that, everybody plays on Sunday to get the same amount of rest, no matter how the playoff matchups go. They have the same amount of rest, 6 or 7 days off before you play. So that's why they do that on the final Sunday of the season. Have everybody play on the same day. Okay, so let's move on to our Week 16 power rankings. A lot of change up at the top. So I would start from number 5. I work my way up to number 1. For a while, we had the same couple of teams at the top. Now it's been shaking up a lot, but I think these are the 5 top teams. Let's go with number 5. The Los Angeles Rams was 1 for a lot of the year, 1 or 2, definitely in that top 2 for a while, but they fall all the way to 5. They was 3rd last week. Really struggling, lost to the Bears, and then turn around, they lose to the Philadelphia Eagles at home with Nick Foles as the quarterback. So Rams, I still think they gotta get it together. I seen a huge stat about Cooper Kupp, who got hurt for the Rams, the receiver. I think they gain 100 yards per game more when Cooper Kupp is on the field. You know, he's out for the year. So if that's really the big factor, or this team to get the Rams out, we don't know. But I think they better get one of those buys if they want to have a chance to make it to the Super Bowl. But the Rams are number 5. Number 4, Chicago Bears. Can't deny the Bears had that big choke of a loss to the Giants. Imagine they didn't lose that game. They'd be sitting at 11-4 pretty, and probably would be one of those top 2 seeds. But they still have a chance at that. They was 5th last week in my rankings. This player, well, Mitchell Trubisky, is back. But it's that run game and that defense, of course, which been leading the Bears with Khalil Mack. So the Bears coming in at number 4. Number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs, another team that's been at the top most of the year. They was number 1. They fall all the way to 3 this week. Big loss. Who they lose to? The Chargers last Thursday night, which was our final Thursday night game. And a choker really was. They was up 14. Chargers came all the way back with a 2 to beat them. But the Chiefs, they've been consistent all year though. They haven't struggled, especially with the offense side of the ball. The defense been up and down, but the offense will always put at least 28 or more points up every game. Mahomes cooled off a little bit, but he's still playing pretty well. It's that Chiefs defense that's going to be the Achilles heel. But can they get that rectified? They're number 3 this week though. Number 2, all the way from 4, the Los Angeles Chargers. They was 4th last week. They're now number 2. Big win in Kansas City, which I just mentioned. Just playing better football. I could kind of mix it. I go by record saying who's playing better. Both teams got the same record. I think the Chargers right now deserve to be over the Chiefs. Playing better football. Showed over the last couple of weeks that they can win big games. Win the Pittsburgh and 1 on the road. 1 here, 1 on the road. They deserve to be number 2 on the list, and they are. And at number 1, it's been, like I said, they've been in the top 3 at least all year long. The New Orleans Saints. Not playing particularly well. If I just went by just that, I probably would put the Chargers here at number 1. But the Saints do have the better record at 12-2. Gutsy win Monday night against the Carolina Panthers on the road. The offense starting to cool down a little bit. Drew Brees starting to slow down a little bit. Michael Thomas has been quiet the last few weeks. So they gotta get the offense back together. But the defense have played well to counter that. So I think they deserve to be the first team on my power rankings. So let's go over it again. Just an honorable mention in Houston, Texas. I thought about. That's probably the only other team I thought about putting in here. But the Rams record is better, and I still would pick the Rams to beat them if they played. So I want to get the Rams to nod by themselves instead of having them tied at 5. And number 4, the Chicago Bears. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2, the Los Angeles Chargers. I will say San Diego. And number 1, the New Orleans Saints at 12-2. They are number 1. So that's the power rankings for Week 16. Like I said, this will be my final vlog in the middle of the week. I was doing it just for Thursday night football. Now that that's over with, I'll be going back to 1 vlog a week unless we have some type of special or something. Next special that I think is coming is for the Super Bowl. I don't see any reason I would do a special vlog, but if so, I will announce it, of course. But I wanted to get on and do a little special review because first of all, I had to end my Monday morning football hangover, which is a little segment I was doing live on YouTube. Due to my work schedule, I had to end that. So I might just end it for the year. I don't know if I might bring it back for the playoffs, because by the playoffs my schedule is supposed to go back to normal. So if so, I'll probably go ahead and do it, start it up again. But it wasn't that successful, so I'll think about it. I'll think hard on it. If I have the free time by the playoffs, I'll probably still do it again. But this Saturday will be, our normal blog. We'll talk NBA. Look at the state of the NBA right now. We'll talk Week 16. Of course, there's no games until Saturday, so we'll preview and give you all my picks for Week 16. And if anything else happens between now and then, I'll definitely cover it in the world of sports. So thanks. It'll be episode 86, which will be Saturday. I think Saturday is what, the 22nd? I believe. Might be raw for the date, but let's see, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, I think Saturday is the 22nd of December. So that will be episode 86. As far as my video game playthrough, it's been kind of slow. I finished some of my projects, or almost finished them. I was doing a lot of Spider-Man. So 20XX and Black Ops, I've been doing those games live on my days off, so I might still do that again. Saturday is my next major day, so look for some stuff there. But I thank you guys for the support as always. Thanks to got a new subscriber, so I thank that person. Even though I think I know who it is, but I'm not 100% sure, so that's why I said it that way. So hope they don't get offended if they're watching. But thanks so much. I appreciate you all so much. Like I said, I did this vlog just because I didn't say I wasn't getting. I thought I was going to be on, because I thought it was another Thursday night game, but since it wasn't, I did it this way. My recording is about midnight, so a little tired. Like I said, my work schedule has been a little bit more hectic, so I had to record pretty much the day before, but it's technically still December 19th. So but thanks so much. I hope you all enjoy your week. Hope you all enjoy your work week. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'll talk to you guys next time, and see you guys Saturday, and enjoy your week. I'm Troy West, and thank you. Talk to you next time.